Girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Whit here again with another video. So today I have a brand new review on the new Beauty Bay, their Age of Opulence palette. So Beauty Bay, actually a lot of brands, okay? A lot of brands took us by storm. Was it last week? Yeah, or week before last, with all these releases. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on here. But Beauty Bay released their holiday collection. They had more stuff in the collection. I didn't want it. I just wanted this palette. This is the only thing I get from Beauty Bay is their palettes that are this size. Yeah, this size. I don't want anything bigger. I don't want anything smaller. I just want the nice 20 pan palette. I absolutely love Beauty Bay's formula. I feel like their shimmers are one of my favorites. So usually I'm on board to buy whatever palette they have coming out. I literally have all of their not 5 pan palettes, they're 20 pan palettes, all of them here. So of course, when I saw this, I was like, I'm getting it. I have a tutorial on pretty much all these palettes except for the Wilderness palette. I did pass this up. I didn't get around to reviewing that palette when it came out. But anyways, I mean, if y'all doing a tutorial, let me know. I mean, I got you. But anyways, I don't want to do too much chattering, you know, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna first insert the swatches and show you guys the difference between the Age of Opulence and the Book of Magics, which when we, Book of Magic, I don't know why I keep saying magics, like there's no S at the end of this. The Book of Magic palette, because obviously the color stories are very similar, so it's like, well, what's the similarities and what's the differences? So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that first before we get into the eye look. But yes, before we completely get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you're not yet following me. And now let's go ahead and jump into the swatches, and then we're gonna do the looks. Yeah, so these are the two palettes side by side. And honestly, I feel like looking at them, color story wise, they are the same, but actual colors, I think they're very different. Definitely this is a blue, purple, neutral palette, but these colors over here in the Age of Opulence palette are way more like jewel tone, deeper in color, while these are, they're still deep, but they're not as deep as these. I definitely feel like there is a difference between the two, and honestly, I feel like they complement each other. So if you were able to get your hands on this last year and you have this, I feel like they are great complementing palettes. Hold on real quick. They are great palettes that complement each other for sure. Also, this palette definitely gave us a little bit more teals that are deeper, while we have the lighter ones over here with the shimmer, while we don't really have any shimmer teals in here. So I really like that. Also, this blue right here, I haven't swatched this palette. I'm going to show you guys the swatches next, but just gorgeous. I feel like both of these palettes are definitely a must-have for me. I like that I have both of them, but if you miss out on this palette, I feel like this is a great, you know, substitute. Doesn't completely sub it, but it does make you kind of like feel like, you know, you kind of got your hands on it. So let me show you guys the actual swatches of them now. All right, so these are the swatches of both of the palettes. On this arm here is the Age of Opulence. On this arm here is the Book of Magics. Now swatched, they visibly look different. This palette is way more warm. Like I said, it's more jewel toned. Like, honestly, I like both color stories, but I think I really like the Age of Opulence, like just color story wise, and I love the depth of it. Even though Book of Magic, don't get confused here. This palette is still popping, but like, as you guys can see, like the swatches, they are visibly like, they're different. They have similar color stories with them being primarily purple, blue, with a little bit of neutral. There is a very, like a difference. And I feel like if you were to own both palettes, there isn't anything wrong. Like, I don't see any shades that are similar at all between the two palettes. Like, at all. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. I already have my eyes primed using the Makeup Revolution Shadow Base in medium 2. So this is the palette we're gonna be playing with today. Let me show you guys the inside. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. So starting off with first, I'm gonna jump into the shade called Speakeasy. This one right here. And the brush that I'm using is a Morphe M441. I'm just gonna go ahead and place this all over. Ooh, this color is really dark and I like it. It's like a nice black and purple. Now, I am quite curious as to what Beauty Bay is gonna do next year for their holiday collection. Because obviously, the biggest call out with this palette is how kind of similar it looks to the Book of Magics palette, like as far as color story. I feel like another purple and blue palette, it's not gonna really go over well. I think people are gonna be like, we're good. Okay, so I like how this has been packed down. This is nice. And now I'm gonna take a big blending brush, if I can find it. Y'all, my arm is really sore. Yesterday I got the first dose of the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. So yeah, this arm is really sore. What is that? Oh, that's like leftover from the band-aid that I just took off right now. And I'm kind of worried about getting the second dose. Okay, sorry, real quick. I'm gonna go into this shade here. This is called Flapper. I'm gonna go into this next. I'm gonna just use this to blend this out. Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, I got the first dose yesterday and I'm kind of worried about getting the second one because that's where I hear people saying like they felt sick and like kind of like loopy and out of it. I do not want to feel like that. But one thing I'm noticing, like the names of these palettes, is that it's giving me very much the Roaring 20s type of vibe, like Speakeasy, Flapper, Prohibition, Jazz, Dandy. The names like are very, it's giving me that 1920s vibe, you know? Oh yes, this is such a pretty color now. I just need to really take my time and blend this out. So I have found with Beauty Bay eyeshadows and just pressed pigments in general, it's really best to apply the darker shades first. Typically I just feel like they don't layer as easily and then it can become really patchy if you try to layer too many shades over each other. And I discovered that, especially with the Beauty Bay formula, when I used their Sunset Horizons palette, I was just like, oh, this is not working. Okay, so we'll leave that alone for right now. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take another clean brush with no product on there. Why can I not find the brush that I want? Okay. There's another brush with no product on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. As you guys can see, it looks really just, I don't like that. It just looks, oh, so focus. Just looks really like bubbly. So I'm just gonna do this to kind of like diffuse that. Like, I'm looking forward to everyone's holiday collection when I really think about it. Like, I wanna know what Melt's gonna do this year because, I mean, the past 2 years, they put out some good collections. Like, they had their Beetlejuice collection last year. I just went back in with the brush, by the way, that I put on that Speakeasy shade with. And I'm just like, kind of like trying to blend that color better. But anyways, they had their Beetlejuice collection last year. And then I think the year before they had their, those two palettes that with the little skull and like they kind of like, when you put them together, they kind of connect. So I want to see what they're going to do this year. Like, I hope it's something fun. Honestly, I like brands that kind of just like take their time to put stuff out. Like, ColourPop is so annoying. Now they're collabing with the NBA. Like, where does it stop at? Like, have y'all seen that? Like, nothing about them excites me anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. And then we'll be back. Okay, so the crease has been cut. And what I actually think I wanna do first is go back into that Speakeasy shade and just put a little bit more because I want it to come a little bit more in. Question, what type of content do you guys find that you watch a lot these days on YouTube? I find that I watch a lot of commentary on like housewives. I find that I watch a lot of that. I find that I like to watch some video games, so like people playing The Sims, specifically just kind of like one person. I love Nini's Planet. Before I continue that, I'm gonna go into the shade called, was it Crush? Yeah, Crush, this shade right here. It's like on camera, it's not really showing what it really looks like in person, but it's definitely more of like a rose gold type of shade. But anyways, yeah, I like that. I like lifestyle, like vlogs. Not everyone's vlog, but I definitely have certain people that I like watching their vlogs. Aaliyah's Face. I've been starting to watch Kyra Omnique, like her videos. What else do I like to watch on YouTube? I do like makeup videos, but I primarily like makeup videos on relevant things that just came out. Like, I'm not just gonna watch somebody's video just to watch them do their makeup. Like, it's usually, oh, a new palette came out or something new came out that I want to learn more about, or just kind of like want to watch, or I already ordered it and I just want to see like somebody else using it because I haven't gotten mine yet, whatever it may be. But yeah, Ooh, this look is coming out cute. Okay, I'm not even done because I'm gonna go back and ask more of that dark purple. But yeah, the only thing I hate about their shadows, even though I love the texture, is I also hate the texture too, is how it gets all like all mushed like that. But I want to take this shade right here called Decadent. It's just really pretty, like indigo, like deep indigo blue royal shade. It's so pretty. And I just kind of want to like just glaze over this right here. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit down and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like blend this out. I have not done a wing liner in like, I don't think I've done one this year, to be honest. I don't think I've done a wing liner on myself this whole year. I just find that I just don't want to do them. Like, it takes too much effort. And then taking the brush that I used to put on that Crush shade, I'm just gonna go ahead and like kind of like, actually, let me see how I want to do this because this definitely looked a lot different in my head. You know what? No. I'm gonna take more of that blue shade and I'm just gonna like blend it this way so it can blend better. Yes, that looks better. Okay, so this is the look that I've created. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera as per usual. I'm gonna put on my lashes, the rest of my face, so you guys can see like the whole look kind of like put together. And then I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. All right, you guys, so this is a completed look and I love the way this look came out. It's super, super gorgeous. Real quick, I always forget to tell you guys this, but for the bottom shadow, I just took that deeper purple that I first put on and smudge it down below, and that's literally all I did. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into my thoughts on this palette. So first and foremost, this palette does retail for $20, which is a little bit more than their palettes. Typically, these palettes have all been $15. So I wonder why there was a price increase. I don't know if, I really don't know why there was a price increase because everything seems the same for the most part. But yeah, it is $20. It does have 20 shades as per usual. Typically with Beauty Bay, they give a good range of matte to shimmers. Usually it's more matte than shimmers. And then I already showed you guys the swatches, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys again the difference between the Book of Magic. Is it Book of Magics or Book of Magic? Oh, it's Book of Magic without the S. Sorry if I've been saying it the other way around. Ugh. So these are the two palettes side by side. And when I first saw them initially, I was kind of like, Beauty Bay, did you just give us, are you trying to pull a color pop on us? Like, I know we already have that palette out. Like, what's going on here? But these palettes are very different. I thought the Book of Magic is definitely, you know, a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives very spooky vibes, Halloween vibes. The name fits it, all magical, whatever. And it's more on the cooler tone side. While the Age of Opulence palette is definitely, I should not have worn this lip gloss. It's like doing this little weird thing and I don't like it, but we're gonna have to bear through it. While the Age of Opulence palette is definitely more jewel tone, and opulence does mean like wealthy, luxurious. So this whole palette definitely is more warmer tone and it's definitely more jeweled looking. So I feel like both of these palettes, honestly, do you need both? Probably not, but I would say it is nice to have both of them to kind of pair because I feel like with the Age of Opulence palette, it's primarily just deeper shades. Like everything is a lot more deeper, more richer, while the Book of Magic, yet again, it still has deep shades, but there are shades that are just a little bit lighter to kind of like blend other colors out. So I feel like there's something that will pair really well together. Now, like I said, you don't need both of them, but like, I mean, if you already have the other one, perfect. You have this one as well, you can pair them together. If you weren't able to get your hands on the Book of Magic last year, hopefully the Age of Opulence kind of makes you feel a little bit better. But yeah, that's that with these palettes. Another thing that I want to point out, because I like watching other people's reviews here on YouTube, and people said they didn't like the actual outer packaging, and I was just like, why? Like, I actually really like this. Now, typically with Beauty Bay, their palettes are pretty much more simplistic. Now, the Book of Magic, they did do a little bit different because this was a holiday set, and then Nikki Tutorials, her palette also, obviously it was a collab palette, so she had a little more freedom to how she wanted to make that look. So yeah, I didn't know why you wouldn't like it. I actually really, really like this packaging. What else do I have to say about this? I don't think I really have anything else to say about this. This lip gloss was a terrible choice. It's actually this one right here. It's all old and everything. This is the Maybelline and everything. Yeah, I ain't never worn the lip. Look, it's here again. Oh, Let me know down below if you're gonna pick this up. Do you also have the Book of Magic? I know people miss out on that, so this was kind of like, yay, we gotta have it or whatever. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll talk to you beauties later. Bye.